New Zealand has always been one of our top destinations. Everyone that you talk to that's been there raves about the natural beauty of the landscape, and Annie and I were excited about experiencing it firsthand. Our first stop was in Auckland. While we were in Auckland, we met Pete and Danielle. They are an American couple, and they invited us to come stay with them in their home up in Manganui.
We decided to drive up to the north and stay with them for about 3 to 4 days. We went up this little hike about 15 minutes called the St. Paul's Rock. Just beautiful. This area where you could really get to see some of the towns right around Manganui. Luckily Pete had a 4-wheel drive, so he took us up to 90 Mile Beach. It's called 90 Mile Beach, though in technicality, depending on who you ask, it's anywhere from 60 to about 75 miles. It's just this beautiful coastal drive. You definitely must have a 4-wheel drive in order to get on, or otherwise you may get stuck.
After a great time with Pete and Danielle, Annie and I headed south to explore the Coromandel Peninsula. Our first stop was at Cathedral Cove, and that gave us our first glimpse at the spectacular Kiwi coastline as we hiked down to the shore to check out the arch. Our next destination was Hotwater Beach.
The thing about Hotwater Beach is that you're supposed to either rent or bring a shovel, and you go out when it's low tide and you start shoveling. What we didn't know is that if you initially start digging and you don't feel the hot water, to just move to somewhere else. Though we didn't really feel the hot water, we saw a bunch of people who knew what they were doing, and so we got to share in it with them. And you see 15 people all crowded around in the kiddie pool that they made.
Our final stop on the North Island was Wellington, where we spent one night before heading across Cook's Crossing to reach the South Island. One of our first stops and favorite towns was Nelson. Nelson has the distinction of being the very center point of New Zealand.
Right near Nelson was Abel Tasman Park. We'd signed up for a Discovery Day trail, which the water taxis take you up all the way to somewhere near the top of Abel Tasman. It was nice to just get some exercise.
One of the main highlights on our travels on the South Island was a visit to the Franz Josef Glacier. New Zealand's South Island is loaded with hundreds of glaciers, and the Franz Josef is one of the most popular. This is Pearl, our soft-spoken glacier guide, who led us through the jagged and twisting terrain. We spent 4 hours exploring this vast sheet of ice and were amazed by its scale.
We did an overnight cruise of Doubtful Sound. We got to see some beautiful fjordlands, and it was just so peaceful out there. It was raining, and it rained a couple days before, which was great because that meant we got to see some amazing waterfalls, and we also got to do some kayaking, which was my first. And after some struggles, I was able to kind of not necessarily master it, but at least I moved away from the boat. It was a lot of fun, and the Doubtful Sound was absolutely gorgeous.
Our final destination was Kaikoura. Kaikoura is known for having large pods of dusky dolphins. These are the dolphins known for their acrobatics. And Annie and I had an opportunity to swim with hundreds of them. It's something I'll remember for a lifetime. 5 weeks and 5,300 kilometers in our tiny camper van. Annie and I have seen more than many of the locals, but it would truly take a lifetime to experience everything this incredible country has to offer. This small island nation vastly exceeded our expectations in generosity, hospitality, and natural beauty. We're thankful to have had an opportunity to experience it firsthand.
It's definitely one of those countries that's been top on both of John and my list to visit, and the fact that we've been able to do it really is a dream come true.